Hello, this is a short video presentation, and unlike some of my videos, this one really will be rather short, I think, on simplifying radicals other than square roots. For instance, we want to simplify -2 cube root of -54. Now, new notation, the root goes right there. It needs to be stuck inside the radical, right inside this little v here, all right? This is where the root goes. Nowhere else. You can't make stuff up, all right? So a cube root would go right there. The cube root of 8 is 2 because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. The fourth root of 16 would be 2 because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 4 times equals 16. Just like the square root of 4 is 2 because 2 times 2 is 4. Same idea. This index here just is how many times you have to multiply a number together to get the radicand. All right. Unlike square roots, if this is odd, we can have a negative because the cube root of -8 would be -2 because -2 times -2 times -2 is in fact -8. So we're going to do this just like we've simplified radicals in the past. First of all, the cube root is going to be negative. So now we look at 54 and we break it up. 2 goes in there 27 times. 3 goes in there 9, 3 goes in there 3. Instead of looking for pairs like we did before, now we look for 3 numbers that are exactly the same, and they go outside. Now because it's negative, negative times negative is positive, my result is going to be positive, we have 2 times 3, the 3 comes from these 3's, times the cube root of whatever's left here, which is 2, or 6 times the cube root of 2. Now, technically, this was a -2, and we pulled out a -3, which is why this is positive. All right, let's look at a couple more quickly here. The 7th root of 256. 2 times the 7th root of 256. Oops, that's a 6. So I take 256 and I start dividing by 2. 128. Still even, still going to use 2. 64, still even, going to use 2. 32, even, going to use 2. 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, all 2's. Now, the 7th root, so I look for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers that are exactly the same. So this 2 here goes here. I pulled out those 7 2's, becomes 2. 7th root of 2, because there was one guy left over. Now, make sure in your answer you include this index here. 4 times the 7th root of 2. All right, let's look at one more. All right, I want to find 4 times the 4th root of 567. Try to do this one on your own. All right, and then come back and check it. All right, 567. And it's not even, so I'm going to try 3. 3 goes in here, 1, 26, 8, 24, 20, 189. And I know that 3 goes into 18 and 3 goes into 9, 63. 3 goes into here, 21, and 3 goes into here, 7. Again, it's the 4th root, so I look for 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 7 is left by itself. So I have 4, that's this 4, times 3 from these guys here, times the 4th root of 7. 4 times 3, 12, 4th root of 7. All right, well, I said one more. I'm going to do another one, just because we can. I want to make sure we understand the negative. First of all, there should be never a negative left inside the radical. All right? We should always be able to get rid of that. Now, I know the cube root of negative 24 is going to be a negative number, so my final result is going to be negative. Now, I want to look at 24. Sorry about my cat. 2 goes in there 12. 2 goes in there 6. 2 goes in there 3. So I have cube root. I'm looking for 3 numbers the same. So it's 2. And then to end up with, I have my radical, cube root, and this guy was all by himself. He goes inside, negative 16 cube root of 3. All right, that is it as far as simplifying radicals with numbers. Real quickly, if I ask you to simplify 4 times the cube root of, let's see, 48 x to the 5th power. All right? Real simply, this is just like we've been doing, 48 2, 24, 2 and 12, 2 and 6, 2 and 3, and cube root, we look for 3 numbers the same, and these 2 numbers are left by themselves, so we have 4 times 2, and now we have to look at our x's. The x's are easy. X, and you don't have to write this down for sure. I have 5 x's multiplied together. It's a cube root. So I'm looking for 3 of them. The x comes out, and there's 2 left inside. So I have a 2, a 3, and 2 x's. I have the cube root of 6, 2 times 3, x squared, or 8 x cube root of 6x squared. Now we haven't done it with variables, but it's quite simple. All right, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later.